Perceived value or actual value, who cares? As long as you get the kicks out of your watch, that's what matters. Today I'll be showing you 9 watches, and these will make you anxious because they cost between $35 and $60. That's it. These 9 watches have already been comprehensively reviewed by myself, and I've left the links to those reviews in the description below the video. Also, I'll be leaving the links to the listings of all of these 9 watches. Now, these are my ultimate favorite watches in the $35 to $60 range. And considering that we've got the summer sale starting tomorrow, I will be showing you the current price as well as the sale price, which is going to start in a day's time. We'll be going through these 9 watches in no particular order. And now, let's get into it. For number 1, let's kick off with the Addiesdive AD2030, and it's priced at $45 as per usual and $39 on the upcoming sale. This timepiece is a stunningly beautiful watch that is suitable for any occasion. And yes, this is a quartz watch, a mecha quartz to be specific, beating at 4 times per second, namely a hybrid movement that resembles the automatic sweeping seconds pointer. A morning sky blue dial which is so multifaceted that it feels like staring across a snowdrift, the snow ripples reflecting the bluish light. We get a dome crystal resembling box crystal, a stainless steel case and bracelet with a sign and milled clasp. The clasp also gets 5 micro adjustments, inverted end links to keep the lug-to-lug length to a minimum. We also get 100 meters water resistance, and the dial is offered in beige and white. But on those 2 colors, the dial texture is more coarse to resemble more of a sand dial. At number 2, we've got the Pagani design PD1731, and this is a GS-inspired stunner, priced south of $50, but looks and feels like at least double the price. It features a boxed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, 316L stainless steel case and bracelet. The case gets many facets and bevels. Light play is unique between the various finishes like polished and brushed surfaces. The screw-down case back and crown warrant 100 meters of water resistance. The milled and signed clasp are a bonus that we definitely appreciate. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 38 millimeters, a lug-to-lug length of 44.6 millimeters, a height of 11.6, a lug width of 20 millimeters, tapering down to 16 at the clasp, and a weight of 125 grams. There are 3 dial colors available: this sky blue, an emerald green, and a sand beige tone. To be fair, a case height of 11.6 millimeters, including the height of the dome crystal, is very slimline indeed. Yet the rounded sides have a meaty appearance due to the polished surface and potentially the long downward-facing lugs. The lug-to-lug length is already very modest here at just 44.6 millimeters, yet these slanting down lugs do wonders and hug the watch close to the wrist. At number 3, we've got the SpechtandSohne Aquanaut Homage, and this is something else. Usually costing around the $50 mark, on sale it will go for $39. Just a little side rant. Well, the original PP Aquanaut costs anywhere north of $80,000. So technically, this Homage watch we're going to be looking at today costs 2,000 times cheaper. There you have it, another fact into your collection. SpechtandSohne were able to get the case design and highlights right, just enough to resemble the appearance, but numerous shortcuts had to be made almost from the word go to get into the super budget price category of sub $50. Nevertheless, the watch still looks stunning and offers everyday all-round function and utility with style. Take the TPU rubber strap with push buttons and a hidden clasp. Not only is it milled, it is also signed on the clasp and folding wings. The Japanese chronograph quartz allows for a fully functioning chronograph subdial to tick along with precision. The orange highlights aren't just a pretty addition to the design, but rather a contrasting aid to legibility and throwback to the original. The screw-down case back and the screw-in crown are not gimmicks either. These are features of much more expensive timepieces. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 41 millimeters, a lug-to-lug length of 48.6 millimeters, a height of 10.9, and a lug width of 21 millimeters. The weight on this rubber strap is 90 grams. There are 4 color options available. Of course, there is the iconic orange TPU rubber strap option available to match the orange highlights on the dial, but I chose the more subtle navy blue. At number 4, we've got the Pagani design PD1751, and this is a special watch for many reasons, costing around the $57 mark usually, and $50 on the upcoming sale is a bargain, whichever way you look at it. This is a 37mm Ranger Homage, featuring a boxed sapphire crystal to protect the enamel dial. It also gets a sapphire crystal exhibition back, which together form the previously thought unattainable joy of owning a sapphire sandwich. Add the dependability of a Japanese automatic movement, specifically the NH35, with 24 joules and 42 hours of power reserve, 200 meters of water resistance, and a stainless steel case and bracelet. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 37mm, a lug-to-lug length of 43.5mm, a height of 13.2, a lug width of 20mm, tapering down to 16 at the clasp, and a weight of 140 grams before removing any links to fit my 6.5-inch wrist. The watch strikes the perfect balance between a robust daily wearer and a dress-up watch, all due to the mixture of brushed and polished surfaces, fluid curves, and tight composure. Even the boxed crystal, rising significantly above the fixed bezel, leaves a feeling of premiality, but without the vintage connotations. The Duka V2150 is usually priced at $46, but on the sale will be dropped to $41. Inspired by several iconic designs, yet mostly influenced by a model from Breitling, carrying the square tip on the minute hand. The Duka V2150 features 100 meters of water resistance, domed sapphire crystal, a fully stainless steel construction, a screw-down crown, and an exhibition case back. Green see-through lume is applied on the dial elements as well as the bezel markings. As well as that, the watch is powered by a Japanese self-winding automatic movement, not Seiko NH35, but the Miyota movement, still offering the 42 hours of power reserve. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 41mm, a lug-to-lug length of 48.6mm due to the inverted end links on the stainless steel bracelet, a height of 13.5mm due to the domed crystal, and a lug width of 20mm. The weight, without removing any links to fit my 6.5-inch wrist, is 170 grams. There are two variants of this watch, the black dial and bezel-like on this piece, as well as a white dial and navy blue bezel. Although the lugs are pointed and seem lengthy, the lug-to-lug length says otherwise, with just 48mm. The 120-click unidirectional bezel gets a coin-like threading on the edge, providing plenty of grip for convenient rotation. For number 6, we've got the Tandorio 62 Mass Homage, and it's one of my all-time favorites. Spectacular looks, a refined feel, and a superbly tight and accurate 120-click unidirectional bezel. Usually priced at just south of $60, on the sale it will cost $55. This watch gets several strong arguments. A Seiko self-winding automatic movement, the NH35, with 24 joules, 21,600 beats per hour, and the magic lever. 300 meters of water resistance, a robust 41mm case diameter, a sea blue dial with large indices and baton hands, all luminous, 120 click ceramic bezel, double domed and box-like sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment. In regards to the dimensions, as we said, diameter is 41mm, the lug-to-lug length is 46mm, a height of 14mm, and a lug width of 20mm. The weight on the rubber strap is 105 grams. The flanks are polished to a high gloss and transition to the lug hoods via distinctive looking edges. These are keen and honed, but in reality they were machined and smoothed, so the edges are not sharp at all. The bezel coin-like threading look is stylish and elegant, softening the tough appearance of the watch. Yet the bezel grooves are actually quite deep and grant amazing levels of grip and control over the rotation cycle. At number 7, we've got the Cadisen SKX 007 Homage, and this is a striking watch packed with premium features. Original price of $63 will be reduced to $60 on the sale. The timepiece is a functional and practical piece of kit. Take the 316L stainless steel case and bracelet, the Jubilee style bracelet mind you, with 5 individual elements, warranting an expensive look and a comfortable fit with the links wrapping around your wrist very organically. We get a sapphire crystal with a 2.5 times magnification cyclops at 3 o'clock. We get a prominent dual colored and high bezel. We also get 200 meters of water resistance due to the screw-down case back and crown. And of course, a self-winding Seiko NH35 automatic movement. The dimensions make for a robust and comfortable fit on practically any wrist size 6 inches and upwards. So for the dimensions, we get a diameter of 40 millimeters, a lug-to-lug length of 45.8 millimeters, a height of 12.4, and a lug width of 20 millimeters. On the right-hand side of the watch, Cadisen presents integrated crown guards, protecting a signed, medium-sized 5.5mm in diameter screw-in crown. The case back is also the screw-down type. At number 8, we've got the Pagani design PD1717 version 2, which usually goes for $58 but will be slashed to $55 on the upcoming sale. This is the perfect sweet spot watch, a homage for the vintage-inspired and downsized Longines Spirit 37mm. The Pagani design PD1717 is an evocation of the past, a 38mm timepiece with a retro feel, but also a perfectly fine daily beater, meant to attract the connoisseurs with family budgets in mind. Like myself really, always on the lookout for a bargain, looking to pick up some value. This design is bound to be one of 2024 Pagani design favorites. The air of nostalgia and aviation heritage is still lingering, yet the contemporary watch styling overpowers. For $55 we get Sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, bright and relatively long-lasting see-through lume. The screw-down case back and screw-in crown are a given, warranting 200 meters of water resistance. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 38mm, a lug-to-lug length of 46.2mm, a height of 13, a lug width of 20mm, and a weight of 145 grams before removing any links to fit my 6.5-inch wrist. Now, let me point out that there are versions 1 and versions 2 of this stunner. The difference lies in the length of the minute hand. In front of us, we have the version 1, but the link to the listing that I've provided in the description below the video actually takes you to version 2, and that is the price that we've listed. So there we have a longer minute hand, and it looks even better. At number 9, we've got the Tandorio Pilotdive with a military field watch aesthetics, and it's seemingly a mishmash of styles, yet the result is a robust and nimble piece ready for anything and everything. Usually priced at $53, but on the sale it will be slashed to $47. This is a thoughtful and intriguing design, mirroring the vintage pilot aesthetics in a 36mm case, with the classic appeal of an onion crown and practicality of diver-style indices on the dial. This watch offers a number of cherries for us. Take the box Sapphire crystal for one, 200 meters of water resistance, a deep emerald green sunburst dial, fading to black at the hoe, but you can also get this in red or blue. We get bright and clingy lume, Seiko self-winding automatic NH35 movement, solid stainless steel case with a recess for the oversized crown. We also get a screw-down case back and a screw-in onion crown. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 36mm, a lug-to-lug length of 43.3mm, a height of 13, and a lug width of 18mm. The weight on this canvas strap is just 78 grams. Holding this pebble-sized watch in your hand is a very pleasant experience. At first glance, it can remind us of the Hamilton Khaki Pioneer, but this Tandorio is not as close homage as you think. The case styling is an echo at most of the Khaki design. Having reviewed over 100 watches on this channel, these 9 watches actually make my ultimate favorites list in the $35 to $60 band. These watches are really good. They offer a lot of value. Some are mecha quartz, some are quartz, some are automatic. There's one sapphire sandwich. There's a lot of value in those 9. And of course, I think they look great as well and very interesting. Now, the links to the comprehensive reviews are in the description below the video, as well as the links to the listings of these watches. So if you're after some sharp prices, do check out the links to the listings I've provided in the description below the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.